Hey, excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Would you like to engage in a sophisticated discussion on why Aqua is the best waifu ever?
What?
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if...
Deep, meaningful conversations. Now, if you're anything like me and hate that small talk BS like, how are you? And want to instead get straight into knowing the person better, then you probably enjoy these DMCs, I'm going to call them. On the other hand, if you're super outgoing and would instead prefer to interact with everyone you can see, not spending much time with each person to go into those deeper topics, then you might still want to master the skill of having deep talk. Here's why. DMCs are probably one of the best ways to build those strong personal connections. You really don't get to know someone well enough until you have these more serious talks. And trust me, if you master the skill of having engaging, deep conversations, you can make someone feel like they've known you for years after just several conversations, really. Now, enough of why DMCs are awesome, and let's get into some actual tips. So, I'm gonna break it down into how to start one and even get into that serious topic in the first place, and how to nail it and make it a good one. Okay, how do we start it? Well, if you want to have a DMC with someone you're already close with, such as your best friend, then having a DMC isn't exactly the hardest thing, is it? I mean, I'm sure you all have that one friend that you can talk to with about literally anything at any time. Man, I swear, why is PUBG mean so damn fine?
Take-on's way better.
Or if you don't have someone like that who you feel comfortable sharing anything with, then let's just hope that this video will get you one step closer to finding that person. Okay, so if you're trying to start a DMC with someone who you're just getting to know or haven't talked to much before, then the first tip I'm going to give you is to not jump straight into the topic that you have in mind. It's ironic that this video is about how to have a DMC, but the first tip is to not have one. So what I'm saying is you want to ease into it. Start with one of those shallow topics that's more socially acceptable. As much as some of us, including myself, hate that meaningless chit-chat, it's the most suitable way to ease into any serious conversation. Trust me, don't approach a stranger and proceed to talk about those things that you would normally talk to your close friends with. Man, I swear, why is PUBG mean so damn fine?
Dude, who are you? I would tap that though.
Now, once you've got that small talk going, what you want to do next is something I like to call transitioning. Let me explain. So, what I like to do personally is plan a few topics that I would transition to. Let me just explain with an example. So, let's say I'm approaching a fellow student and I would like to eventually talk about what their life goals are. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty serious topic that seems a bit hard to get into, huh? But I'm gonna show you exactly how to approach this. So, I might start off with a question like, what are you currently studying? And if they engage and actually show some interest in talking about this topic, then I might move on to a question such as, what kind of jobs does that lead to in the future? Or what kind of jobs are you aiming for? And if they're still engaging, then I would want to move into something like asking them why they want that job. You see, it's all those why questions that will really grant your entry into the realm of deep talk. So can you see asking them why they want that certain job will lead them to talk about their values, goals, and what they want out of life? What does this sound like? A deep, meaningful conversation. Alright, now finally what you've been waiting for. How to nail a deep conversation. How to make it a good one. So, in a nutshell, what you want to do is to be able to relate to them on a deep level. To do this, you have to be passionate and engaged. Show your genuine interest in what you're talking about, and show that you guys have something in common. Only then will you be truly relatable. Being relatable sounds pretty simple, yeah? But trust me, it takes work to become truly skilled at this. Put in effort and it'll reward you. So, let's break this down. First of all, why do you want to show interest? Well, ideally you would actually be interested. Duh, because if you don't show interest in what they're saying, then they're gonna be hesitant to really dive deep into the topic. And if that happens, then the conversation won't even get a chance to get into that serious stage. So, in order for you guys to both be passionate and engaged, you both need to have genuine interest in that topic. And I mean genuine, so no pretending, no fake shit, shortcuts, any of that. Now, once you're talking about a topic that you're both interested in, this gives you the opportunity to really be relatable to each other. And this is where you want to show that you have things in common. For example, if they open up to you and are talking about a personal experience, one that you just happen to have experienced something similar, then tell them that. Let them know that you can relate. And if they're talking about a personal struggle and you're just sitting there thinking like, oh, I've gone through something similar, then tell them that. Show them that they're not the only ones who have gone through such a struggle. This will make them feel so much closer to you. I mean, think about it. They'll feel that after opening up to you, which is not easy to do in the first place, they were accepted and not judged. This ultimately makes them feel more comfortable with opening up to you in the future, which basically means more DMC opportunities. And getting back to what DMCs are essentially for, you'll be able to build a stronger personal connection with them, which will hopefully transform into something more. So no?
No! It's Megumin and your wife who is shit. Fucking weeb.